Hi, favorite teacher. I'm Tori from Next Day Teaching, where I give you classroom management tips and strategies that you can use tomorrow. Today, I want to talk to you about icebreakers for your classroom, specifically upper elementary and middle school students. Have you noticed that upper elementary and middle school students really hate icebreakers? Kind of like teachers on the first staff meeting back to school for the year. Am I right? So what I did was I created one that kids don't hate. And I've used it myself over the years with students as young as third grade and as old as eighth grade. It's called Find Someone Who Matches. So it's kind of a play on those Find Someone Who games, but way better in every way. Let me see if I can get this not to have a glare. All right, so we still have those little boxes that you're used to seeing for Find Someone Who, right? But instead of find someone who can burp the ABCs backwards, find someone who's been to every state in the United States. Because it's so, back up. In elementary school, kids sort of stay with the same pocket, the same cohort of other students. So by the time they get to like fifth grade, they know who can burp the ABCs backwards. They know who's been to every single state in the United States. This gets them talking. So the directions are, for each box, think about how you would answer. So the boxes have prompts like where you were born, pet you have, favorite ice cream flavor. So before they even start to mingle, they have to think about their own answer first. This is great for your English language learners, by the way, giving them that think time to process their own answer before they go talk to others. Then find a classmate whose answer is the same as yours. Write your answer and your classmate's name in the box. So let's take favorite color. Now, my favorite color is green. If your favorite color is also green, then in this box, we would write each other's name. You would write my name on your sheet. You would write Tori. I would write your name on my sheet. And we would write our favorite color, green. Now, because I've done this so many times, I've adapted this. This is the final version. This is certainly not the version I started with because I learned some things over the years. So for example, favorite ice cream flavor. I like two ice cream flavors. I like mint chocolate chip. That's my all-time favorite. And I like vanilla. So if I'm asking around and nobody else likes mint chocolate chip, I can find someone whose favorite flavor is vanilla because that also matches mine. For where you were born, it's up to the students. Your middle school students especially love having this freedom, this choice. They could choose the city, they could choose the state, they could choose the country. It's up to them. They're just looking for those commonalities, which is the secret to this activity. I'll come back to that in a moment. I want to talk to you about the bottom boxes. So the entire bottom row says create your own, because maybe they get through these top 16 boxes and they've got like, I don't know, favorite movie, place you want to visit, and number of sisters, and they just cannot find anyone else who matches them. So then they go down to the create your own. So you and I, our sheets are pretty much filled up with everyone else's names, but we don't have each other's names anywhere on the top here. We go and we try to figure out something that we have in common. Maybe we both went on vacation this summer and we both went to the Rocky Mountains. So we could write our own names here and then vacation Rocky Mountains, summer 2026, something to remind us if you, the teacher, ask them to share out later. I've done it both ways. Then we know what we have in common. So again, it gets them talking. It gets them looking for those things that might not be on the surface or might not be super well known that they have in common. The point is we all have something in common. We are connected in some small way to everybody in this classroom. That makes us a team. It makes us unified. It makes us work together. That's sort of the speech that I give them at the end when all of this is done. Now, a couple of pro tips First, you want to make sure that they are only writing each person's name down once. So if they're in the class with their best friend, and they and their best friend have the same favorite color, the same favorite book, the same favorite movie, and the same favorite ice cream flavor, great. You can pick one box. You don't get to fill your entire page with your best friend's name. The whole point is to talk to other people. Now, my second pro tip is that I would recommend you, the teacher, play too. Especially with middle school students, they want to see you as a human. They don't want you to be that mythical sage on the stage who is graciously pouring knowledge into their brains. They want you to be a real person. One of the ways that you can do that is by letting them get to know you on a surface level. I mean, you can go deeper if you want, if that's your personality, your teaching style, your comfort level, but just let them know that you are a person with preferences. I had a great experience with an 8th grade student who spoke very little English. I spoke very little Spanish. We got along great, but we found out that we were complete opposites. Her favorite color was brown. Her favorite movie was a scary movie, and I forget what her favorite book was, but it was something that I was like, I will never read that. I think it was like mystery or something. That's the only genre that I'm not a fan of. But we were complete opposites. And that was kind of funny. It was a great bonding moment for us, and it strengthened our relationship then throughout the year because I could reference this and our experience with it as other situations and other circumstances came up. So if you like this idea, you can certainly make it yourself. Just, make a little box in Canva, Grid, or Google Docs, Microsoft Word, slap some directions on it. Easy peasy. If you want this finished version and an editable format, I did make a first week ready set. It's like, I don't know, it's like close to 100 pages of activities, routines, procedures, processes, everything that you need to get ready before and during the first week of school. So I'll leave that link in the description below. Now, in the meantime, if you want another beginning of the year tip, I want you to check out this other video that I recorded. It's about how to never mispronounce a student's name ever again. If you like this video, please give it a like, consider subscribing, and I hope you have calm transitions and quiet hallways.